WOWINFO. Got a poll for you guys there. Check it out, see what's really going on today. Go. Get that. How you doing? Also, we get this, go like that. Hit that. Yeah, buddy. Get some of that in you. It's someone else's dry shit I don't really care about, you know what I mean? But, on that note, let's have a fucking protein shake, man. Took our vitamins so we live forever, right? We took our ginger immune defense booster from Costco. We're also getting the men's. I should maybe stress that a little harder, eh? I eat the men's vitamins. You want to take a men's vitamin. If you're 16, 17, or 8, you should be taking a men's vitamin. But always consult your doctors first. I mean, like, let them tell you how stupid you are, right? Moving on, we got some containers here. We use those tonight. Yeah, I'll use that because I'm making a veggie stir fry. I don't even know what's going on. I gotta ask again. If today's sandwiches and tomorrow's sandwiches, then we're dead. You know, I'll make a salad after. I was thinking about salad right now. You know that? No, can't do all that. We're gonna do the smoothie and a sandwich. Then we're gonna do which I could add a tomato. Or do I have any left? We have 2 tomatoes left. They're perfect, but they'll go in the salad. I really enjoy a nice salad with tomato. Actually, fuck, there's 4. So, still probably doing 4. It's my wife gets half, right? I like 2 tomatoes. I eat 2 tomatoes in my salad. Like, I want a fucking bowl of salad with 2 tomatoes in it. Whole tomatoes diced up. She probably will like the same. Then we got the peppers and stir fry to make later on. I'm not doing that right now, but I'm gonna get out the ingredients for. Oh, we got onion as well. So I'm gonna stir fry up the rest of that onion there too. So I ended up picking up 2 packs of sandwich meat. It's the veggie turkey. It's very nice. So we'll have that right now. I did see there's hummus downstairs, but that's still good till the weekend, so we'll save that for the weekend. But maybe not. I might eat some hummus today. I don't think so, though. I think it'll be for the weekend. I was going to put it inside these wraps. I'm going to make a falafel wrap and put the nice hummus in there. It'll be so good. So we get a dainty today, which I'm super stoked about this. Hey, babe, we get a dainty. Maybe she can hear me. What's next? Oh, there's a few chips too. I will have, normally I don't, and I'm not suggesting you eat any chips. They're not good for you, okay? And don't want to let those chips go to waste, you know? Holy crap, man. 3 pounds of lettuce in my fridge. I got coleslaw, cabbages, all kinds of different lettuces. This one's still good, so we're laughing right now. I got one that kind of expired, but it's just a little bit. But it expired. But this one's still brand new. It's fresh as fuck. And the coleslaw. I mean, I'm probably not eating the coleslaw either. It was like 99 cents or $1.99, and that is actually full of nutrients. It breaks down really fast, so believe it or not, it's not a complete loss. It actually will feed the bunnies, which are gonna crap in my garden. And then I'm going to get so many more flowers over the years. So yeah, that's how that works. You're gonna have lots of flowers in your garden if you got a few bunnies. That's how the world coexists, right? Oh, and by the way, bunnies are good. All of my rose bushes, they came back thicker, more brilliant, and fuller. Like every fuller, thicker, big ass roses. I thought I lost everything, or damn near 50% of it. Not one thing, not one rose bush is doing less than perfect. I think I might have spit on one this year by accident. That's the only thing I did to those roses this year was I think I spit on one by accident. I was in the garden and something landed in my mouth, and then I was eating it and I was like, that's not food. And then I thought about it and I spit right away and it was literally on the rose bush. That thing is flowering. It's got 9 roses on it. So yeah, that happened. But yeah, like I'm having a great time gardening. I just wish I was actually able to garden something else, but I'm not, and I'm okay with it. I'm not really okay with it, but it's happening. Okay, I'm super choked. Everything sucks, but it's better than ever. But it's still everything sucks when you're not growing. So yeah, but on the bright side, I also don't, it's I am who I am, right? I have the knowledge to do so. I'm choosing not to, so it's obviously means something, right? I'm getting out of here, or whatever it is. I have no idea what's going on. But I got nothing that's like in my way, you know what I mean? The all of this house, we have to sell everything inside of it, regardless of like when we move. If we move in 2 years or 1 year or 7 years or 10 years, everything inside of it, my wife says, has to be sold. So that's awesome. I don't want any of this stuff. I don't want the tables after I've used them for like that long. Like maybe I'll take the silver table, right? The garbage can is great. We'll take that. Everything else, everything in the cupboards, I don't want none of it. None of it. None of it. It's $49 for a whole cutlery set. Brand new shit. Just one cutlery set. You can't touch. You can't use any of it for anything else. Nobody's got any extra lunches going out. We'll have a cutlery set from Value Village we use for those lunches. But this set stays in the house. The dishes, there won't be any cats or anything. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta think long term here. I'm never getting a pet again. Never. So, I don't care who's wants pets. I don't care. It's not happening. Pets are best friends, and best friends need a lot of care, and I'm not willing to care for anything else anymore besides myself and my wife and my family that gets sick and the odd friend that gets sick if they need a hand. Fucking it. And myself. Did I throw myself in there? I think I did, but I'm going to do it again in case I didn't, and because it's myself, right? Like, I'm going to do myself too, right? I don't really, but I can tell, like, I took a little care of myself, and I do feel better. But I got a long ways to go. That fucking accident pisses me off. I'd be so big right now. And also some other injuries that I've sustained because of, dumb shit. Really pisses me off, but whatever. I mean, everyone's like, take care of your body, take care of your body. Well, yeah, I mean, what do you think? I'm fucking jumping off buildings without a helmet on or something? Like, no. These are accidents. This is carrying very heavy stuff that if I don't carry it, you gotta pay somebody to carry it. Yeah? You don't have money? Well, then I'm stuck carrying your big heavy stuff. And that pisses me off, right? Because I got injured doing it. That's why it pisses me off. The scrawniest dude ever carrying the other side. Oh, can we put it down? Can we go? And I'm like, what the fuck? We were like 6 feet. Fuck. Oh. And weak people that like don't bend down to put stuff down, they just like slam it and throw it from like 10 feet in the air. Idiots. Complete idiots. Shingles guys really piss me off. I don't know. Lots are really strong, and some are so smart. They're not using these ridiculous techniques people use. You should see how you're supposed to put shingles on a roof. Like for 50 years they've been doing it. I've never seen such half-assed, wrong, absolutely wrong, but like lazy attempts at putting shingles on roofs. Pathetic. You're supposed to lay that down from toe to head. And as you do it, it takes the weight off, for like I said, from toe to head. It gets a rhythm. But yeah, people are pusses. When you can carry 20 gallons of water, come talk to me, you know? If you can't carry 20 gallons of water, don't talk to me. You're a puss. And I'm gonna be 50, you know, and I can do a lot of shit that I guarantee most of your families, your dads have never been able to do. I can still do it. So keep that in mind when you watch my show. A lot of pusses out there. I'm so sick of pusses. I see the people in suits fucking fold you like an envelope in half 1 second. What happens, you know, like the richest people in the world are gonna need these certain types of, like, I don't want to say the word even, but it's like when you're outnumbered by the amount of coppers, you know what I mean? Police state, right? They're gonna need it, right? Or it's a militarized one, right? But that's the only way that they can have control, right? And I mean, who's gonna allow that as a public, right? We control the government, right? We decide if do you know the real law? If the path of the government isn't the path the people are decided on, what do you think happens to the government? In any country around the world, that's the law of governing. That's the not the definition, but that's the law of governance, is that you must follow the path of the people if you govern the people. But remember, they're picking people who have been in these, not even a hoity-toity, it's way worse. It's these upper level little sects with SECTS, sects, not the X, no X. It's very important that you pay attention, because there's a lot of people, even especially the Google, they're actually some of the most feeble staff I've ever come across. You manipulate and you misinterpret purposefully, which is sick. Green Crystal VR, what's going on? It says there's 0 people in chat and you're fucking typing to me. Like I just see through so much shit. It's crazy. How the fuck could there be 0 people in chat, but you're typing to me? You know? But this is the level of shadow ban, you want to call it. Blacklisting, which is just, it's insane. Those 2 terms are insane. And they're doing it. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows that if you make a video about how much Swiss cheese you can eat in an hour, your fucking video will go viral. If you load up your whole counter with fucking Mickey D's right now, you'll have 500 people in your live stream, and you sit there and be a glutton on stream for an hour live with fucking ketchup floating down your face? Trust me, I am the one who has already seen all this before. You can go get the messiest chick ever with the lowest IQ and get her to twerk in a bikini right now. And then there's a slight chance you could lose your channel. if they don't like your content. But if you're a brainless oaf who does nothing all day besides guzzle beer on stream like that one loser right now on YouTube with his low IQ wife and the rest, he's got the lowest IQ. But that's what he uses her as a sex object right now. Like it's completely illegal. Completely illegal. No, none of his streams are age restricted. He's drinking excessive amounts of alcohol through a beer funnel, which is influencing death. Like you can be alcohol poisoning. So in Canada, if anyone who isn't popular does that, right? PewDiePie used to drink whiskey on stream. I used to see, like, when I started YouTubing, he used to drink whiskey. Then there was another dude with 1 million subscribers plus, or 10 million. I don't know what the fucker had. But he died, and everyone's like, oh my god, you hear about fucking Rosar or something? Like, he's got a weird name, and it's a shame he passed, but the dude just spent every video is him drinking vodka. Like, downing a full bottle of vodka. Do you fucking know how deadly that is for your bodies? You're all Muppets. The influence the grasp and the power they hold over you is intense. I see through all that shit. I'm like, and I want to know why. Want to know why? I was raised right. With morals, from day one. Right from wrong. And if there was a problem, I was scolded big time. And I wasn't allowed to break a pencil. So you guys are probably not raised right. Not everyone. A good fucking percentage of people did not have a good upbringing. Your role models, in fact, are nothing of the sort. So, yeah, the yin and the yang, my Amma and Ava. And my Ava was a good man, but let's be real, my Amma was the best, okay? So my Ava would do something, and I would see him, I would fucking sit back, because I was 4 or 10, and I knew better than to get involved with adult conversation. So I'd sit there and listen. Like all good children did, right? Learning. You want to fucking understand why is there an argument today, or what's happening, right? That's a high IQ. That means you started out having a high IQ. But the traits and the shit you picked up throughout your life, they dumbed you down. And if you think I'm playing, I want you to take this example right now. There are some of the most lazy, fattest, whatever. You could be super skinny and super lazy, but the weakest, pussiest people ever love sports entertainment. Okay? Whether it's wrestling, whether it's curling, hockey, baseball, basketball. But what you're thinking is you say, that's my team. With your huge gut, you can fit 6 of those fucking hockey players in your gut. But that's my team. You're saying it's my team. You have no business even associating yourself in sports. Go for the entertainment side, like what they do in the freak shows, and go be the tallest, weirdest, skinniest, weakest dude that thinks he knows it all, the best. Go be that dude. There's a bunch of you. And then there's tons of weird people who think they know everything, and they're the poorest. They can't grow. They, in fact, will claim they can, and then they both basically, somebody else hooks everything up for them, comes by and like wipes your bum to teach you to use to get it to fruition, right? No one is allowed to touch my garden. No one. My wife can do it, but I don't like it. There's no need for her to do it, but she could. But no one can water my plants besides my wife if she wants to, but she doesn't. She'll water them, but she's not going to go sit there and mix up a bunch of stuff. She doesn't know how, so she's not going to do that. So that's why I love my wife. She doesn't fuck with shit that she doesn't understand, which is a smart person. When you think you know everything and you take a beautiful thing, let's say you manage to grow like a dandelion 6 feet tall, which is, have you ever walked anywhere? They grow naturally 6 feet tall. Perfect green, yellow, vibrant flower. Everything's perfect on it. I want you to try and mimic growing that dandelion in a pot right now at home. Watch how many of you epically fail within like 6 days. I don't even give you 6 hours, most of you. I'm telling you right now, The same tree, and then you gotta make sure that fucker smells exactly like the dandelion, has a ton of seed pouring out of it. You know what I mean? When time comes, not some frail little weak thing that is like it's a balding dandelion and it fucking won't even stand up in a windstorm. It blew down and it's laying in the grass. That's not a fucking healthy one. A 6 footer, 7 footer. I saw a girl that had a 9 foot dandelion. I've never seen anything like that. It was a cared for dandelion back behind the bushes that somebody had either watered properly throughout the season or they were actually giving it some fertilizer, like some sort of feed. Somebody was coming and feeding stuff, right? But there were some monster dandelions I've never seen before. I have had big dandelions in my garden as well, and I mean I don't know the size, maybe 7, 8, 9 feet, but she had like a 12 footer. Like it was the biggest thing I ever saw. It's pretty cool. And sometimes we used to go for walks, and I'd see like they're called burrs. I don't really know the like, and we're no one knows the actual term for something because the actual term was created what 4 resets ago, so we're talking 600-800 years ago or something. We don't know how many times, we don't know how long each civilization went for before it was reset, right? Great, you can say 4 resets and this one's been da da da, but we don't know exactly which continents were reset on which days, right? There seems to be continents of the reset periods are a bit different, right? For instance, I'll give you an example. It's England. Why do they have a 300? Why is there a 300-year-old tea company, right? But you go try finding a fucking 300-year-old company in Canada. Wait, because there was no fucking Canada 300 years ago. See what I did there? So again, when you start to pay attention, you can see that U.S. had a military for the last 150 years. They celebrated a birthday a couple days ago. Had that goof saying that Trump, oh, happy military birthday, yeah, Trump. And I love Trump. I don't like the guy that said it. Carney's such a goof. And and I see through him so fully, this early, you all should be worried, right? All you with no backbone and you can be folded like an envelope, you should be very worried. You can't speak properly is part of why you took a job in that area because you're not as perfect as you think, right? A person who walks into a place and says, I not only do they know this is the job that needs to be repaired, fixed, or done up, or you want an extension, an addition, whatever it is you're putting on, you want something built in your yard, a dude can walk in. My buddy's a salesman. He's the fucking he's the one that takes the bid, right? He checks you. First thing he does, he's checking to see if you even have cash for this. So we check to see like the kind of vehicle you drive. How do you dress? What kind of shoes do you wear? Does your house stink? Because I'm not doing any work in your house if it's a disgusting cesspool, right? These are certain things you're going to check for instantaneously upon. Now it's outdoor work. Well, what type of work? Where is it? Did you have a sewage leak in your backyard? Let's go have a look. Show me where you want the garage. You know, you've already had hydro and these people come and these are all your lines and here's the flags. Okay, so I can give you a better estimate now based on knowing what cans of worms are going to open up underneath after, right? If you don't do all that shit first, you got big problems, right? So there's a ton of shit. It's like baking a cake, right? Before you bake a cake, you got lay out your ingredients. Don't be a bitch and run around like I do. I run fucking, this one, then I run back, this one. Sometimes I go and get all 17 fucking ingredients and I bring it all to the fucking counter and I make dinner. It's my favorite way to make dinner. It's like Rachel Ray fucking style, 30-minute, I don't remember what she did, 10-minute meals or some show she had, 15-minute meals or something. But I like that show. It was a good show. And she was efficient, right? That's what I look for, efficiency. And I live for being more efficient. Now, if you're just like trying to constantly control like every piece of it, I gotta tell you, fuck off, because that takes more time. There's some things like that is less efficient by 5-10%, depending what it is. It can't like money wise, no. You go as fucking efficient and on budget as possible. But like my backbreaking work, I'm gonna let some fucking shit slide. Efficiency, right? Might be more efficient that way, but me using a wheelbarrow and just fucking dumping it here and then let's rake it all the way back after that's the best thing. Because there's a spot up there that I can barely get over. That makes more sense, right? Level to that spot and then push over. There won't be a hump after you level that spot up. dig down, bring down the hump, and then go over. I've had so many fucking scenarios where just a huge full wheelbarrow full of concrete is very fucking heavy, and I'm going from the front street to the backyard. Like, it's not a joke. It's not a game. Most of you would dump that wheelbarrow. You'd get fired off your first wheelbarrow. You dump it and you get fired. You would have to clean that up and get fired. That's it. Done. If you fucked up the first one, we don't want to see what the fuck you do on the next 7. And by the way, that wheelbarrow is very expensive. You just fucked up like a lot of shit there. Like now maybe it's gonna be off the pad. Now it's fucked, right? Like depends what maybe we only got like exactly. Every job is different, right? Sometimes there's a little excess, but not usually. Usually it's like fuck. This is here a little this or that. It's like you got to make sure you measure correctly. The depth is so important, right? And then what it packs to. Did you pack it good? Because that concrete's heavy, and once it goes in and sits for a while, it'll kind of slope to the side. You pack the least. All this shit is just simple shit. But if you're not into it, or you think you are, and you didn't do this for like a long time, you're fucked. You're fucked. I like patios and stuff like that. That's more my thing. I don't like Unistone. I really don't. Unistone is disgusting. I've done it too much and I hate it. Unistone is so much work. I see more people pulling up Unistone than anything else. And it's because ground shifts. It's because of frost. Where we live, Unistone, if you don't do fucking 4 fucking feet of limestone and it's not severely packed, like, good luck. You know? Fucking good luck. And even then, it depends. Like, is there a lot of water coming down that way underneath that pushes the shit to the you don't know. It's all about do you have the right yard, right? And too steep, fuck, it's not good. It's not good. Those are the first ones I see pulled that are like, hey, and I'm like, fuck. I turned down so much work like 5 years ago with this guy, fucking so much. I was like, no way, I'm not doing that. Are you fucking kidding me? I wouldn't do that for 10 times that price. So I can only imagine how greedy that guy was. Not my friend either, just some guy I randomly met, which sucks. But he did. Everything was fine, and then just fucking, I don't know. Just was a little weird. He kept getting lower prices, so I was like, fuck this. And I know for a fact, because everything that we were doing I'd already done before, and I was like, and I was just me. I was all by myself. He came and just fucking stood there. He was fat. He did some stuff sometimes, but he was really fat, super fat dude. He's fucking sweated on me one time. I was so grossed out. Fucking so grossed out. I flicked my hair. I was fucking spitting. I hit him with spit and my hair in the same breath. I was so grossed out. Fucked. But yeah, I really don't think there's a lot of people that really value a good job with manual labor. You use big machinery, expect to pay in the tens of thousands. Manual labor can save you about 4 or 5 grand sometimes. No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying fine fucking Icelanders or some big Ukrainian dudes or a couple of huge Russians. Those are my buddies. And yeah, they're construction workers. Big fuckers. Huge. Like when I was a teenager, these guys dug graves in the winter time with shovels. So yeah, don't think you're a big tough guy anymore. Go dig a hole in the winter. You'll quit that job in seconds. The Russian dude ended up getting an excavator maybe 4 or 5 years later. And fuck, man. People were dying. Old people were dying, you know what I mean? And he was raking in the dough. I don't even know what that could, but he had wicked car. He had some sick cars, man. He found a good job. He found one of the best jobs. He worked in the middle of the night. He had, I don't know what he did actually in the daytime. I have no clue about that guy. He was a mystery to me. I partied with that guy, but I never asked him nothing. He's my best. I grew up with him and stuff. I went to school with him and everything in my later years. But yeah, he's a fucking cool guy, man. And he was always a gentleman. Always a gentleman. He knew he could fuck for. We look like each other. Like we look pretty much the same when we were in high school. But he was huge. He was fucking huge. 6'5", 280, muscle, no fat, not a drop of fat. He was the one of the strongest men I've ever seen before. And then my Ukrainian buddies are huge. They're fucking monsters. Monsters. And they are not fat. They're huge. They look, but my buddy, Magnus for Magnuson, makes all of them look like little babies. And that's an Icelander. He's an Icelander. But yeah, fucking, and my buddies are huge. Big boys. Yeah, I play soccer too, for real. Speaking straight facts. I know, bro. Isn't it sad how sometimes you get a good vibe from certain things, but fuck, man, what I've been seeing and reading, I just see the way society is headed, you know? Straight to the fucking, everybody is so reliant on, it's not each other. They're reliant on a system it's destined to fail. It's destined to break. We've seen subtle breaks in it, right? And they can see like the scatter. I'm telling you, they're breaking everything really slowly and checking where do the rats and the mice scatter. And it's so scary, man. It's so sad. There are very good people out there, you know, very, very good people out there that are aware of this. And every day they make changes to forever stop the evil that exists. Forever stop them. Jail them hundreds at a time. 200 every second are being jailed around the world. Minimum right now. Every second. They also don't have, there's no more, they don't have communication anymore. Their communication was cut years ago because of AI. AI controls the wavelengths. And if you don't know that, then you're just not very bright. But AI controls every single phone conversation in the free world. They have access to every single speech. I know this for a fact. But it's not that it's not hidden knowledge, it's just not public. It's not public because there's no one smart enough or has the balls to tell you about it. This dude does. And check the date on this too, as I said that. I already said this about 2 weeks ago, last week. This is no shit. Every phone conversation in the world is recorded. Every text message is recorded. And if you don't know that, you're a complete imbecile. They used those first, they couldn't do it at first. I'm going to tell you something quick. This is why you watch the end of the videos, but you never know where the end is until you see it later, and then you just fucking flip back. Trust me, I see how the videos are watched by the masses, right? I have analytics to break down certain things. I can see stuff. So get this. When you have a text message, right? Think of WhatsApp, for instance, which it's been long known that shit was clonable in this. I knew that 2018 or 19. Now get this. Inside of that was the beginning of the first software update that took all conversations, voice or text, visual or audio, they call it. Now, there is the visual also translates to video, right? So the video is, you could be like, I don't want to say anything because it's the least checked really, but it is still there. Everything's there, but it's just not as easy right now. But let me go past that, because that one, WhatsApp was one of the first, not even WhatsApp, but it was used for sure. Like it was, they released a certain app inside, they released malware inside of that app, okay, without their consent. Or like, have you ever been on Google App Store or Apple iOS Store or whatever? Have you ever been on there? Well, then you've downloaded malware. So inside of those are, it specifically says we don't, be very careful with the exact apps that you install, right? And sometimes it may say this app isn't that trustworthy. You want to use that app, right? It's one of them apps where it was a social app, right? You're like, oh fuck, but this is the one I want to use. FB or whatever it is, IG, whatever it is. You clicked it. You said okay and you accepted. So then they are no longer liable. Because it says within there, if you read carefully, we're not liable if you're hacked or fucking malwared or whatever from anything in between this download or while using our app and getting a video chat or a text message and clicking on a box and opening something. That's on you. That's on you. So you've just allowed everyone into your, not into your back door, your front door, into your entire life. And they'll usually get you with that if you watch like movies and stuff, but they'll get you in your email. That like, there's companies that they're like, hey, we got to check you and stuff. I don't even understand that totally. All I understand is those are there so they can see past what they have to. I can't get into that, but that's the facts. If you think there's not always somebody watching you when you're doing something, you're a moron. If your company's worth way more than $1 million, you're a moron. You're such a moron. They watch everything. Number one, first and foremost, everything. But they're most concerned with what if you're taking anything from them and selling it outside to some other entity. That's the most important thing they're concerned with. How would they have control of that? If they could see everything you fucking did while you're working. Boner. But they'll just go check it, right? There's people that are like, well, can you please and see if they really something? And the dude comes like, just flag it, red flag, yellow flag, all the flags are on the field, all the flags. That one there, flags everywhere, flags. And then they got to go in and figure it out, right? But they got to do it as if nonchalant. Oh, I don't even have a clue what's going on here. Oh, bobbleheading, I don't have a clue. They know everything. If your company is worth way more than $1 million, they know everything you do on your PC. But that's why AI is coming in. So they use the home model, right? They don't want to have offices. They don't even want to have offices. They don't need an office anymore. They need a server in the ground, underwater, that stays cool. You know what I mean? That's what they need. They also need a scuba diver, and a crane to bring that server storage unit to the surface. You know what I mean? That's it. The crane's automatic and the dude is real. The dude goes in and puts in the fucking USB drive and lets the AI run its diagnostics and whatever and figures out the problem and says, you gotta put in 2 new circuit boards or on B12 or whatever. It's that simple, right? There's probably little fucking red lights that are on, and when something goes off, then you go to that fucking board type of thing. Like, it's gonna be really easy. And eventually that scuba diver will be ruled out as well. I mean, use your imagination, but think about the steps that have already been taken. Is that so drastic? You know what I mean? No. And they already, by 100%, those have already existed for 50 years. What I just told you about. So they're used That's where all your shit's been and your family shit's been. That's like where all the info is stored, right? Those are the real libraries. So it makes you wonder, like, maybe we are, like, maybe Skynet is real, and because do you really truly know who is in charge of each company? And where does, like, it's the way you could ask so many questions. I really strongly believe AI is played a part in life for a very long time. I believe it's just now being allowed to be talked about. And the way that they led up to this AI thing seemed too fast. And they're like, oh no, the AI, and like one day, like, oh, today, it was like June 18th. It was like June 1st, 2018. They're like, we just created AI. And it was like the next day, June 2nd, 2018. On June 2nd, the next day, they're like, the AI is 400 times smarter already. Fuck, we're in trouble. You know what I mean? And it was like, after that, it was like every 7 days, it was like, holy fuck, AI can do this now. And I think it was always here. It's just being rolled out. Okay. And you have to understand who I am. I see these people that run you in circles. You can't run me in a circle. You cannot. You got me to go around the track one time. I fell for your shit, but I didn't fall for all of it. But you fuckers ran me around the track one time. That was it. There was no circles. I did no more fucking circles. I said the fucking first time around to my wife, I like, this is fucked. This looks like a pen. You know how they get you into recognizing that you're going to be herded? Football stadiums, baseball stadiums, soccer stadiums, basically any stadium, you're crammed. And I'm not overweight. I don't have like a bunch of long ass weird dangly skinny little legs, or like skinny legs that are 14 feet long or something. They're regular legs. They're just tree stumps, you know, but it's just a leg. And then you lift it up and you're like, holy fuck, that's like 3 of my dad's legs, you know? I'm like, I know. But here's the deal. I fucking am not a big dude, and I noticed that I'm getting crammed everywhere. Everywhere I go, fucking for 5 years, I was like, I'm like squishing, like, I got 14 people, like, all like rubbing my dink every second. I'm like, this is too tight. You're too close to me. I'm like, yeah, I get it, but let's just slow down the line. Let's spread out a bit. Does anyone here have an IQ above 4? Can we sort this shit out? But no, the food you eat drives you and makes you dumb, right? It's not just what you do, it's the food you eat, right? And also, I do believe you are what you eat. And you don't think that saying holds true? Oh my God. You have so much to learn about life, more than I ever realized. You are what you eat. What you eat, what you watch, what you listen to, you are. Never forget that. That's the power of influence, is you see it, you hear it, and then you watch people eat it, right? Do you tell me there aren't eating streams that make you hungry right now? You tell me that there isn't a way to influence people by eating. Of course there is. What you wear, what you see, what you hear, what you eat, what you clothe yourself with. And I just look at all the Muppets everywhere. Fucking everywhere I see Muppets. Here's something I know you didn't know. And that's that they make fun of people who they run in circles, who eat these weird ass things they wouldn't be caught dead ever serving up, not only to themselves, but their loved ones. So I'll give you an example. You know that rich people, back in the day, really rich people, there was so much stuff out of the animal they wouldn't eat. But do you know why? Because the animal could have diseases most prevalently in those areas. And then what you are is what you eat. You get them diseases. What you don't realize, right? Now, if you pen a pig and the pig doesn't get to run around, is it more fat than meat or muscle? Yes. So what are you eating? Ah, you see what I did there? Very simple shit. Very simple shit. But again, some people not grasping it, right? So I did. And I mean, a lot of this stuff, ITAL, Rastafarian, the animal, the animals with clover hooves or something like that. I'm not familiar with the exact term. I just know that Jamaicans don't eat, Rastafarians don't eat meat, but they can't stand swine, which is a pig. And I appreciate a pig as a living creature. It's a beautiful thing. I would never be caught dead eating pig ever again. Never. You have to see what's inside of a pig to understand, especially the pig that never gets to live a life and just sits in a pen and sits in its own shit and its friend shit. You're kidding me? Disease. You see this one tomorrow? Oh, it's so good. I'm making sandwiches right away. So I was gonna do a sandwich stream instead of GTA, but I do want to do a GTA. I'm just having protein shakes, just airing it out. You know, there's so much shitty stuff in this world. There's so much good stuff. If you don't talk about the shitty stuff, you never get all the good stuff later. You get more shit because shit piles up, right? Shit piles up. I wanted to sync the other stuff pretty far back because I only want the true viewers, the ones that watch the whole video in podcast form. I only want those ones to catch all the good stuff that's in between there, okay? Sometimes it's just too much for people. It's too overwhelming for the Karens of the world, you know? You can't be my friend, Karen. My friend Karen is a scientist, by the way. I'm not referring to anyone that is actually named Karen. Karens are the weakest people in Canada. Men are Karens. Women, feeble-minded, uneducated, elderly women and middle-aged women who often don't have very nice hair or anything are Karens. I find most Karens don't have good hair. 99.9% of Karens have the fucking most hideous hair I've ever seen. I'm like, what the, Karen? Go to a fucking hair salon and say like SOS or something, for fuck's sakes, you loser.
Like, you won't be such a loser. You won't be a Karen if you come out of that hair salon looking like a fucking human being, bro. Like, Karens are the worst, you know? I guess I have hair like a Karen, you know what I mean? But that's a good thing, you know? That means I am not a plus. I'm a dude, though. You know, I said chicks before. Oh, and Karens are not chicks. There's never been a Karen that is a chick, by the way. Like, I mean, a hot chick when I say that. Karens are, fuck, they're hideous, yo. See, Karens, you can talk shit about other people. Like me. Fucking I can talk shit about you. Huh? No, but I didn't talk about a specific person. See what I did there? YouTube and Google? You ginger fucks. I'm way nicer than any Google reps are. Way nicer. I have morals, values. Holy fuck. I'm a good person. None of them can say the same. It's fucking pathetic. What happened to Susan? Wasn't she like 48 or something? What happened to Susan? It's a mystery. Thank you, Mr. Trump. Thank you so much, Mr. Trump. I know there's a lot more good gonna happen right away. Right away. I'm gonna call Doge this week again on a fucking live stream. I'm gonna tell him more shit about Google and YouTube. I think Mr. Trump's gonna have to take over Google Canada. I don't think that there's I think once he sees and hears what's actually happening there, I think we're gonna have a different story right away. I think possibly Google Philippines will be shut down, just like Google Russia was shut down. Google Russia was only shut down because of Obama, by the way. I don't know if you guys know that. Look, you gotta go and look at how many lawsuits in Europe Google has against them, where they had to pay people out. Go look at how many lawsuits in the States and Canada Google and YouTube have had against them, and they've had to pay out. So before you start yipping and you have zero clue, I've looked at hundreds and hundreds of cases in North America already. You have no clue. If you actually saw what they were doing, you'd be like, holy shit, every word Hashman says is right, but you missed that, Hashy. You also missed that one. But you're too busy, right? Ellen is on. I bet you fucking go watch Ellen right now. Oh, Dr. Phil's on right now? Losers. PewDiePie was a big Dr. Phil fan, eh? 10 years ago? Call that the corporate machine. Martha Stewart, looking pretty good. 897,000 years old. What? Sorry, I mean, yeah, what? Oh, no, I was talking about something else. I was thinking of Warhammer. It was like 40,000? Martha Stewart, Warhammer 40,000? What? No, I don't know how old she is. I can't figure it out. She looks like she's 27. See, the fucking problem with all that is I was watching her when I was 10 years old. So, like, fucking time machine much? Regeneration process much? It's so weird what I learned in Magic. They fucking already had. It's like that card game that came out before that it was done. But Magic is a far older card game. If you know I think if you understand all the way up to 5th edition of Magic cards, I think you're one of the smartest people in the world. But you have to understand the card's meaning. Like you had to have drilled in and actually defined that card. Otherwise, you're not the smartest person in the world by fucking far. But if you know every card's meaning and the hidden meanings to 99% of them cards, like there's a card Stasis, the blue card Stasis. I don't know. I can't remember casting cost. Was it 3 and 2 blue, 2 islands and 3 colorless? But man, Stasis, you know. Instants, interrupts, artifacts. They told us in Magic that there were artifacts with special abilities. They told us this. Amulets of healing, amulets of protection with gemstones and rhinestones built into them that you wear around your neck. Come on. You better come say hi to him, honey. He will only stay with you. You gonna come with Daddy? I love you. Hi, Diggs. You gonna have a couple of these greenies? Eat them up. Good boy. All right, guys, I have to make some sandwiches and stuff. I haven't even eaten today. I had a protein shake there and a little bit of my wife's protein shake. A couple glasses of water. I had my kombucha, my ginger defense thing. So my liquids and fluids are up, which is how it should be in the mornings. I don't know if you pay attention, but morning, afternoon, whatever. But it should be done with liquids in the mornings and afternoons. And then, not every day, but for a lot of it. It's healthy to eat fruit high in moisture content, right? That's liquids. At the end of the day, that's liquids. If you eat grapes for breakfast, what do you think you just did? You drank breakfast, okay? So we're going to do up, the wife, the cat's making some weird sounds, but he's just chewing his, he loves his food. He gets these greenies my wife bought him. Holy crap, does he love them. He's addicted to them, but he can also have, I think it's 16 a day. It says give him 8 and 8 or whatever. I just give him 3 or 4 in the morning. I gave him like 5. I gave him another 3 or 4 before that, so I can give him about 3 or 4 more, you know? But also because I'm giving him 3 or 4 every like 6 hours, you're probably super okay, but I don't do that every single meal. Sometimes he only gets 8 in a day, right? So there's a day where he didn't get any, right? But I like to give him, 7 to 10 a day, right? He can have up to 16, no problem. Not all at once, though. I think I'll read it, but I can't touch it right now until he's sleeping or he'll want more. Right now he's finishing off the rest of his wet food that went next to his greenies, right? So it's like a little enticer to eat. He's older now, so I have to entice my cat some days are better than others. Just the same way, people. We need to be enticed to eat food too sometimes. Sometimes you have a little bit of a tummy ache. Maybe you're grouchy, you don't know what you want. Maybe you're not feeling well, right? Maybe you're not feeling well, but you still need to eat, right? And if somebody just serves you up something so gourmet, something so epic, it's hard to say no, right? Take a bite and you're like, oh, you just stimulated my appetite, right? It's not, no, I'm not hungry, or no, I can't eat. It's, no, I haven't had anything put in front of me that's worthwhile putting in my mouth, right? That's the hidden answer to how you can stay healthier and keep your family healthier, right? Serve up healthy food and learn how to cook, obviously. If you don't learn how to cook, you're doing your family a disservice, right? Everyone in the family. What if one person gets sick? Who's going to cook, right? So you both should learn how to cook real good, okay? I love you all very much. I hope everyone out there has something nice to eat today, because it bothers me that some people can't get some. Maybe someone's super dehydrated. Like, I've been dehydrated. It's not good. So I was playing soccer and stuff and just didn't bring enough water, and it was really hot out. That happens, you know? I have to wash out the protein containers, and then I'm gonna sand the walls a little bit. Just give them a light sand. Probably, actually, did I say today? Today or tomorrow? Because it's gonna rain tomorrow. I think today I'm gonna go outside for a little while. Oh yeah, I got some shit I wanna do outside. Plus I go outside and get some soil for this tree of life and plant that. This is the only house plant I have is a tree of life. So I think I'm gonna put it on my desk. And then when I get two of them, I'm gonna transplant one. I'll put one on my wife's desk, and then I'm gonna give a tree of life to each one of my friends. So if you didn't get a tree of life, I guess you fucking know I don't like you. Oh, come on, it's the truth. That be the truth, man. I just put mustard on my sandwich. I'm having one sandwich only as well. I made one for the wife, but I think I actually screwed up. I didn't screw up too bad though. I just have to take 2 more slices of bread. Pop them right here. Grab the mustard. Dans français, c'est moutarde. Moutarde. The D is kind of silent. Moutarde. Moutarde. Let me see. Maybe I'm stupid. Moutarde préparé. Nope. Moutarde. It could be moutarde. I don't know. I think the D is kind of silent. Moutarde. Moutarde. Wait, I know how to check it. Let's check it. It's gonna bother me. But although this thing's pretty accurate, I will say. I have a couple of them now, actually. There's another one I noticed I had, and it's better. But this one's good. Hi, Google. What is the French word for mustard? Oh my God, you're not going to say it? Say the French word for mustard, please, Google.
Mustard, please.
No, you.
Moutarde, s'il vous plaît.
Moutarde, s'il vous plaît.
Moutarde, s'il vous plaît.
No, I'm right. You don't say the D. Moutarde. Moutarde. But yeah, again, that's what makes